You know what time it is, Sergio?
Dinner time?
Wrong, my friend. It's trailer time. For our first trailer today, we got an Apple TV Plus show called Constellation, which is about a catastrophe in space and madness on Earth.
We've had quite a few movies like that.
Really? Like what?
Like movies that take place in in space and there's something bad that happens in space.
Because you know what happens in space. Whatever happens there, no one can hear you scream. That's an alien reference.
Yes, but I mean like there's like a lot of movies where a lot of things are going bad in space, mostly recently. Like with the ISS, is it?
Yeah.
And then there's that whole one with was it Adam Sandler who's coming up with like the spider extraterrestrial?
Yeah, Spaceman.
Yeah, and then there's this one. And I know there was a another one that was more recent. I forgot what it was. Wait, Gravity I was gonna point out, but that one came out a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember watching Gravity in theaters like an IMAX 3D. Let's get into this trailer, and we'll be right back after this.
Space!
And we're back. So, Sergio, what do you think of the trailer for Constellation?
This reminds me a lot of a horror movie. I think it was horror or psychological thriller. That was about this family who came to a house and then by a lake, and suddenly a bunch of things started happening in the house, but they couldn't see who's causing them. Do you know that movie?
Not at all.
Yeah, I don't know, remember what it was, but if anyone knows, they feel free to comment it. But I'm gonna call it out right now. I'm guessing this is like some extra, like alternate dimension kind of thing where that's happening.
It looks like it, like even that little girl saying, "You're not my mom. I didn't
Yeah,
call you. I didn't say I love you. Who are you? We did have a banana in our house." I was gonna say banana.
I know you did.
Yeah. Um, but also one thing I gotta say is Apple TV Plus, not my favorite streaming service. This is where it's going to Apple TV Plus because all their original programming, it either goes into two categories. One is exclusively for adults, and another one is exclusively for kids, as in little baby kids, as in talking shapes type kids. And they don't have that big of a variety in between, except like Ted Lasso or The After Party. But everything else is usually death, murder, shapes, colors, learning to make friends. And this is looking like it's gonna be strictly for adults and more gonna be on the boring side. And it looks, I'll probably watch the first episode and see where it goes, but I don't think I'm gonna retain my whole like viewing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Funny enough, I
It
might.
also seems like it's gonna be very, very kind of vague, and also with like the things that are happening, and things are not gonna make sense a lot of the time unless you pay really close attention.
Right. So this is coming out February 21st on Apple TV Plus. Next up, we got the trailer for Richard Linklater's next movie, Hitman, coming straight to Netflix. Now, Serge, are you familiar with Richard Linklater?
I don't think so.
Well, he directed the movie Boyhood, and also he directed School of Rock.
I've heard of those. I haven't seen them.
You told me you haven't seen School of Rock?
No,
It rocks, dude.
I know.
Clearly you don't.
I heard people talking about it.
I don't think you understand how much it rocks. It rocks so much it has a Nickelodeon TV show.
Was the TV show good?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. And
Hmm.
for Hitman, we also got Glenn Powell in it. And if you're not familiar with him, he played Hangman in Top Gun Maverick. So let's look at this trailer and we'll be right back after this.
Don't tell me to calm down. This hitman's a pro!
So Sergio, what do you think of the trailer for Hitman?
To be honest, I can't tell which way this is trying to go. It looks interesting. It looks like a good time. But it starts off with being like very serious, then it goes off into a very like upbeat, kind of cheerful kind of way, kind of tone. And from the few scenes it actually shows us, it looks like it's gonna be some kind of comedic kind of thing, or like some kind of slice of life, mixed in with a bunch of what you expect from a hitman. I'm really sure what to expect from this because there's a lot of stuff happening, but at the same time, there's not a lot being shown. So it seems kind of interesting.
I like how they don't show that much in the trailer because if they show too much in the trailer, people will get mad saying, "I practically saw the whole movie in the trailer." This gave you a taste of what the movie has to offer, and it does something I don't really like in trailers is have like people reviews on the screen saying this is great, a masterpiece, Glenn Powell at his best. Yeah, I know we need those to make publicity for the movie more recognizable since it might be a lower tier movie that people might not know about, but it makes it seem over. It could also overhype a movie to where it might not meet expectations after seeing all those reactions to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have faith in this. I don't know if Glenn Powell's written anything before, but he is also writing this with the director Richard Linklater. So I feel like it's more in the personal area or more passion expertise area. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure.
Because if they it gives me more hope knowing that they made it together. Because I feel like because it could have been a script that might have been on a blacklist of scripts where it might have been trying to be made in Hollywood, but years and years of development made it where it just people gave up on it. But the people that are involved in the movie right now are writing the movie. It makes it more genuine in a way, or more.
You mean a passion project?
Yes, I think I said passion project, but I digress. So Hitman coming out June 7th on Netflix. Next up, we got Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live-action TV series going to Netflix. You ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
And also, I should specify to all our listeners that I will have the trailer links in the bio below. And we're back. So, Sergio, what do you think of the trailer?
All right. I have known about this show in the makings for a long time, and I gotta say, seeing that it's actually being finished and actually coming to Netflix is pretty exciting.
I got 2 words for you, man. Holy crap. Oh my god. This looks so good. I can't wait for this, man. When I saw this trailer first, I had to take a minute to sit down and process what I just saw. I am in the middle of rewatching this the entire series before the show comes out, and it's been so much fun. I haven't watched the show since it came out on TV, and I was like every other weekend I watched it, so I was completely lost. So me watching it again is like a new show, and it's so good, man. Why did it take you so long to tell me to watch it again?
Oh no, I told you about it. It's just that last time you told me, you said you watched it, but then you mistaken me for saying the movie instead of the show. So you ended up watching the show. I mean, not the show, the movie.
Right. I have a funny story about that movie, the M. Night Shyamalan movie. When I was a kid, I saw it. We had a field trip to go see it from our school, and they handed out these little kid popcorn snacks, like the little cardboard boxes with a little bit of popcorn in it and a snack. And during the movie, my favorite thing about the whole experience was the food. And then everything sucked afterwards because I ate my popcorn and all my snacks before the trailers ended. So the rest of the movie, I was just angry and hungry. So there was another reason why I hate the movie. God, that one with no response to that at all. With this trailer,
What kind of response were you expecting?
I don't know, like a really wow, that sucks or something. But with the trailer, they nailed it with this one. But I don't want to get my hopes up too far because we had experience, and like I said, we already had another experience with the live action version of this property. So I don't want to give all my hopes up, but I kind of want to. I really want to. This looks beautiful. And I remember I could see from the 12 episodes I've seen so far of the show, they already nailed it with certain shots and certain places that they're going to and people. And let's talk about the casting for it. The casting looks amazing. Like they all look like the characters and sort of sound and act like them. What do you think?
They sound slightly off from the characters some of them do, but overall they seem very similar to the actual characters. I'm not sure if I saw like a image of Azula or I'm not sure with that girl with like the bun on her head. Like it was just for a split second when she shot an arrow, because I'm not sure if that was supposed to be Azula or not, but she looked way younger than the character. When I first saw like the first trailer that we saw, I thought the characters were like they seemed to be wanting to do it as faithful as an adaptation as possible, but the characters looked younger than they were in the show. So I was skeptical at first, but seeing this is really cool and it's really awesome. There seems to be they seem to be following the story pretty well, but they also seem to be adding a lot of stuff, like doing some certain things differently. So I'm kind of excited to see what's gonna happen.
Me too. I'm wondering how long is it gonna go as a show by itself? Because with this show, I had a source tell me that this movie, I mean, this show, I sorry to tell you, that it looks like a movie. With this show, they spent over $15 million for every episode, and the money is on the screen. But then also, you have to realize that if this movie bombs, I'm saying here I am saying again, movie. If this show bombs, there's a huge chance that there's a huge chance that this show is going to get canceled after one season if it doesn't get the numbers that they expect. Which I'm thinking either mediocre, anything mediocre or below, they're done. They're gonna scrap it.
Yeah, you can really see like how much work they're putting into like the effects mostly because that's what's on display most of the time. Because from the few lines that are in here, I can't tell exactly where they're from, but it doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of emotion. It could be just because of the scene they're taken from. But it does seem like they're gonna do it does seem like they put a lot of work into it. And I'm pretty excited to see how it's gonna play out.
Right, and I also heard that this is gonna be TV-14 too. I'm wondering how they're gonna use that rating to help them embrace the story because they easily made, not really easily, but they nailed it by having a TVY7 rating and working around the limits. But since they're
I
working on
think they're
Netflix,
I think it's because of the fact that it's live action, I think they're gonna go get a little more gritty with it. Because like in the show, they dealt with a lot of very serious topics such as genocide, oppression, and
race,
huh?
race,
Oh yeah, race. Well, sort of.
kind of like
It wasn't
groups
really
of
specified
people.
that they were different races. It just specified they were just different benders from different regions.
Right, because I recently watched an episode where they had to go, I think it was called The Great Divide, and where they had two different, I think, tribes walking down a canyon
That's not
together.
race, though. That
It
was just a
was,
feud between two different clans.
yeah, but they kept on using terms like "we don't want your kind" or "we don't like." It was a type of region, you know what I mean, like discrimination.
Yeah, but they're not two regions. They're two people.
That's what that's what I meant. If it wasn't specified before, that's what I meant. But with that, I wonder how they're gonna address those episodes in here because it looks like they're having like. I don't know where this is gonna go. If they're gonna try doing book one in one season, or if they're gonna have it staggered throughout a couple seasons.
Book
Because
one is a season.
yeah, but with this show, this adaptation, are they gonna extend it to like they're gonna have to cut episodes out entirely? I can already tell you that. Even if they're all hour-long episodes, it's a Netflix show, so it's gonna have 8 to 10 episodes at most.
Uh-huh.
And there's like 22 episodes for the first season.
Uh-huh.
I think that might be a good way to condense the story, but also not rush it in a way where you feel like you're missing big points. Unlike the movie where they try thinking, oh, we're gonna get a sequel, guaranteed. That's why we're making a book one, Water. This is our adaptation of it. We're absolutely gonna get a sequel. Last Airbender 2, let's go. But yeah, nothing flourished from that. So here we are with another rendition of book one, Water. And do you think they're gonna tease the fire? Wait, which wasn't after Water?
Earth.
Earth. You think they're gonna tease Earth at the end, or are they gonna try finalizing the story for this one part yet and leave it open to another season, but also close the story?
Well, that's the thing they did in like the series. Like they kind of close it off with like the lesson of what the representation of water means, which is like change and learning how to come to terms with it, which is what water represents as an element. So I think they'll do that as kind of like its own story, but also kind of leave it open because Depending, because from what I know of how expensive this show is, my guess is that since there's so much like money put into it, they want to let the first season out and then see how it does. If it does good, then they'll continue with it. But if it does bad, like you said, it like does mediocre, then they'll probably have to drop it.
Okay. Yeah, cause yeah,
But overall, like you can tell, there's a lot of scenes here from the show, and you can see all the money on the screen, and it looks really good. And I'm really hoping it does well. So my guess is that like they're probably gonna get started working on it, but they won't like green light a lot of things so just to be safe to see if this thing is working.
I would be so pissed if they canceled after one season and the season's actually really good.
I
That
don't
would
know
be
because like Netflix has a notorious reputation with canceling pretty good shows that they make just to keep like certain other shows going.
exactly. That's what I'm worried about.
Like they did that for Inside Job. They did that for The Order. They did
What's
that
the
for a bunch
order?
of other like original shows that they've done.
What's the
I heard it
order?
was like I heard they canceled like a lot of shows to continue Big Mouth and some other shows that weren't as popular, I guess, or just weren't as talked about as much, but just gave them more views. But Netflix is starting to change that right now. Like they're making some pretty good shows. A lot of stuff was coming out on there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this I don't want to jinx it, but hopefully this does well.
Hey man, Big Mouth's pretty good.
Yeah,
Don't
I still gotta watch it. I'm kind of put off by the like the very raunchy humor in it, but I'll give it a watch one of these days.
that's practically a no for you, dude.
You do know I've watched almost every show you recommended, right?
Yeah, but I know you and I know you're not gonna want to watch it because you're
Yeah, that's
disgusted
what I mean.
easily.
Because yeah, I know. So it feels like you're judging me right now.
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that you don't usually like these type of things, and I don't want to push it on you if you don't like it, but then don't diss it if you haven't seen it.
I didn't diss it. I was just saying like I've heard that got rid of like canceled airing it canceled the works on other shows in order to keep that one going. I heard pretty good things about it, but I'm not sure if it's the kind of show I would watch.
Okay. Well, I'll say it on air. Sorry if I seem like I was dissing you. All right, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. Next up, we got Invincible Season 2, Part 2. We got a date announcement for that one, but we have like a little teaser, like a 15-second teaser telling us about it. We'll be right back after this. And we're back.
That was intense.
It was so intense out of nowhere for a 14-second trailer of him just looking up.
Oh
But
yeah, but it's actually pretty on brand for Invincible.
have you seen? Next is one I need you to help me understand. It's The Bad Batch, the final season trailer. You
Oh
ready
yeah,
for?
that's right. That's right. You haven't seen the entire season, have you?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen. I've only seen one episode.
Oh man, you missed so much.
I bet I did. I'm gonna. I don't want to watch the other ones, man. This is
All
my.
right, go ahead and just press play.
Okay, we'll be right back. So, Sergio, what was your reaction to The
Oh
Bad
my
Batch?
God. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Okay.
Asajj Ventress comes back.
Who?
She's the blonde woman from the original Clone Wars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen the Clone Wars, dude.
Oh man, she is such a great character. Oh my God. I heard about what happened to her like after the Clone Wars series, because like it was in like a info book or like about a character. I'm not sure if it was true or not. And seeing her back and in the new design is so cool. She's like Count Dooku's like a Padawan that he trains to become a Jedi hunter.
Ah, okay. Now I know. Okay. I know one thing I did like. I like hearing Wanda Sykes in Star Wars. I clearly could tell that was her. She was the first woman that was like on the pilot ship.
Oh yeah, she's been in the show for a while.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Like you missed so much. Like she has become a prominent character.
Oh, I
She's really good.
well understand, Sergio. I would watch this, but I need to watch the Clone Wars to watch this.
Actually, no, not very much. It's just a bunch of like reused characters, but overall, it's kind of a pretty self-explanatory like kind of story. There are some things that you might not get if you didn't see the Clone Wars, but overall, this is kind of a self-contained story because all that stuff that happened in the Clone Wars doesn't matter anymore.
Good. I don't want to watch Clone Wars.
No, if there's something you're confused about, I could explain it to you because overall you don't really need to see the Clone Wars. It's just mostly for like fan service for like the character for like the people who have watched it and introduce these other characters. Because overall they pretty much talk about like what they've done and what they did back in the Clone Wars. They don't You don't really need to watch the whole thing.
Well, yeah, but I don't like being that guy where like, okay, I only get the gist of it. I want to know everything about it. It's like watching a Marvel movie, if the first Marvel movie, Iron Man, and then going all the way to Wakanda Forever. You can't do that. You're gonna miss so much. You can get someone to explain it to you, but it's not the same as watching it yourself. But I don't want to watch Clone Wars because it looks like crap. It looks bad.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people would disagree with you because we grew up with that thing and that is pretty good considering the time period it was in.
What do you mean we grew up with it? We're the same age.
No, I'm talking about other people like me who have watched the entirety of it. I used to watch it all the time back on like Cartoon Network when I was little.
I was watching a regular show and my gym partner is a monkey. That was what I was watching.
Wait,
What?
I watched that show a few times. It's not really my cup of tea.
So this is your gym partner is a monkey.
What?
Wait, no.
No,
This is my gym partner is a wait, no. How you feel about gym partner is a monkey surgery is how I feel about the Bad Batch and Clone Wars. I guess I don't know. There's not really that many
no, it's not the art
comparisons.
style that turned me off to it because like there was some things I liked about it. It was just like the humor that they have with like the my gym partner is a monkey with like the actual monkey was weird sometimes. But overall, it was a pretty good show. I'm not saying because I did watch it a couple episodes. It was good for what I saw.
I liked Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Now we're just talking about Cartoon Network shows.
I
but
know. I watched those too.
but yeah, back to Bad Batch and Clone Wars. Yeah, screw Clone Wars. I might look at Bad Batch like a couple of episodes to see what it's like.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna get some people mad at you for that.
I don't care. I don't like Star Wars. I already know people hate me over that. I lost a girlfriend because I don't like Star Wars.
I don't think you should say that.
What? I lost a girlfriend?
Yeah, that for over Star Wars.
Well, it's true. It happens, dude. People lose relationships in different ways. This might even happen to someone else, and they'd be like, I can relate. They might feel heard.
I think that would only happen to people who are really passionate about this franchise, but okay.
And you think there are that many people that are passionate about Star Wars?
What?
You think there aren't that many people that are passionate about Star Wars?
No, I know there are. I'm just saying I'm not sure if it happens all that often, mostly because people like that usually hang out with people who are also passionate about Star Wars.
Well, yeah, but you've never been like on a first date where you say what you like in a what you like in a person, what you like and what things you like, and then sometimes you say one thing that people are like, wait, what? Oh, well, yeah, oh, okay. Or like
That's
he
the whole
starts
that's the whole
questioning.
point of a first date to get to know each other. If there's something you don't like about them, well, then that's the perfect point to just cut it off.
Well, yeah, but I got a text from someone saying, "Hey, you seem like a really nice guy and all, but I don't think I could be with someone that doesn't like the Clone Wars." I swear to you, that's exactly what happened.
Okay, well, I mean, me and some other friends tried to convince you to give it a watch, but you only said you want to watch that one episode?
Yeah, and you
Okay.
said I remember you did tell me to watch it, but then you said the first couple seasons are rough. I'm not gonna battle through 100 like 10 to 20 episodes just for it to possibly get good.
But no, it is good throughout the entire. I said the animation style because of how early it was. It's clean for the time it was, but nowadays the animation might seem a bit rough at a few points. But overall, it holds up very well.
The animation in this trailer looks dope. I can see it improved though by a lot.
Yeah.
I might watch this, but not the other. And I'm sorry, I might lose my few followers that I have over this, but I stand as a Star Wars, like an average Star Wars watch. I don't watch all the TV shows. I did watch Book of Boba Fett. I did watch Mandalorian. I watched Obi-Wan and I watched the movies. I just don't want to watch it every day like on a TV show. I feel like it was a lot and it seemed like they're always focusing on. I don't know. If I had to hear Skywalker one more time, I was gonna lose my mind. I was gonna lose my mind. I can't take it, man. I can't.
I mean, the whole reason why why the Clone Wars is happening is because Skywalker's there. But he does appear in a lot of other things, but it doesn't always focus on him.
The Skywalker saga was done in 2019 with the last movie, but yet we
Yeah, I
still
know.
have properties talk about
I know.
Skywalker
That's when the Clone Wars came out.
and Tatooine. Just I'm tired of looking at Tatooine. I'm tired of looking at dirt
They're not at Tatooine.
they're always at Tatooine. Everywhere they
Not in
go
the
is at
Clone
Tatooine.
Wars. They're on different planets, all of different environments.
Yes, they are in different environments in this show. I believe you on that. But all the live action stuff I've seen, they always land at Tatooine in some way or form.
Did you like the original Genny Tartakovsky show?
Yes.
You do know the Clone Wars is based off that, right?
You're telling me Star Wars Clone Wars was based off of Star Wars Clone Wars?
Yes. Genny Tartakovsky made that to start off like basically everything. I'm not sure if it was made after or before, but overall it's the same beats.
It was made after. It was made before the CGI show.
Before?
Yeah,
Then yeah, it was based off of that.
yeah. I already knew that. It was called Clone Wars. The character models look the same, sort of. But yeah, Star Trek's better. The next trailer we got is called Roadhouse, the 2024 remake of the 1989 classic. And we'll be right back after this.
Roadhouse.
And we're back. So, Sergio, what do you think of Roadhouse?
Honestly, this looks awesome and the kind of movie I would actually like to see.
Okay, so I'm gonna say something right now. Last night I watched the original one in preparation for this to see how they compares to it. And you know what? It kind of has a lot of scenes in the movie I noticed in the original. Like you see a scene where him in the hospital talking to the nurse saying like no one wins a fight. That's straight from the first movie. I feel like they're paying homage to it in certain ways, but also it's I don't know if the original one's a classic in a way, but like, it is like I don't know if it's classified as a good or bad movie in particular. But I do know people talk about it a lot. Like remember in Family Guy, there was a whole episode there was a whole beginning half of an episode where Peter Griffin rented Roadhouse, and every time he saw a fight about to happen, he would just start doing a roundhouse kick and just say Roadhouse every time because he just saw one scene in the movie. Have you seen that, Sergio?
No, I have not.
But let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Help! Somebody! These drunk redneck truckers are trying to have their way with me!
Not while my scrotum is pressed up against my stomach in these jeans, they won't. Roadhouse.
That was awesome. And its message is timeless.
Peter, the only message in that movie is that every problem in life can be solved by kicking.
Oh my God. Brian, you're right.
Peter, I'm joking.
What did you say to me?
Peter, what are you doing?
Get off my plane.
That's not even the same. What the hell?
Not gonna talk to me like that in my bar.
Not a bar.
Here's your burger, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I need another $1.25.
Is that right? Keep the change. Roadhouse. Okay, that is the last time you are gonna pull that crap. You hear me?
Yes!
Do you hear me?
Yes!
Now you are gonna hold down that football until Charlie Brown kicks it. You got that?
Yes!
Now go ahead, Charlie.
Yay!
And you know what else? I did some checking around. You're not a licensed therapist. Roadhouse.
Yeah. Roadhouse. Back to the reboot. There are actual so with this movie, they already had some controversy over it. So
Like what?
with the director saying that director Doug Liman, he directed a couple other movies. So Doug Liman, he directed Edge of Tomorrow, episodes of The Recruit, Locked Down, and I believe The Bourne Ultimatum. And with this movie, he was planning on going to theaters. He was trying to convince Amazon to push it to theaters, but then they kept on saying no. And then he actually went to, what's his name? What's the great CEO of Amazon? What's Lex Luthor's name? Jeff Bezos. He went to Jeff Bezos' yacht with Jake Gyllenhaal and did a private screening for him. And he said, hey, I want to put this in theaters. He's like, yeah, sure, put it in theaters. But yet they still put it on there. So because of that, he's boycotting the premiere. And I sort of see why, because it looks like it had money onto it.
Well, obviously he's from Prime. They put a lot of money into the things they do, but I understand like his wanting to put it onto theaters because it looks really good.
Yeah, and also I think they added a new element with like the Conor McGregor character. Like I believe they had bouncers in the first one, yeah. But I don't know if they had like a big name actor. They didn't have a big name actor for it though, or a big name person. I don't think Conor McGregor's an actor yet. He's just a UFC fighter, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's one of the more famous ones.
Okay, so I'm not in the wrong here. Good. And so yeah, it's coming out March 21st. Next up, we have a trailer for another Prime Video movie called Ricky Stanicky.
They're making a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they got that Bezos money, man. They got that free shipping money.
I always wondered like how Bezos spends his money. I'm not sure if he's just like bored with like what cinema has right now and he's like paying people to make stuff that he actually would enjoy, or if he's just trying to find new ways to spend money.
I'm telling you, man, he is Lex Luthor. At some point, he's gonna find kryptonite and make sure that if there's an alien on our planet that can blow cold air and have lasers for eyes, he is gonna stop him. Mark
Gold
my
eyes?
words. What?
Did you say gold eyes?
No, laser eyes. I said laser eyes.
Okay.
But yeah, so Ricky Stanicky is directed by Peter Farley, and if that name doesn't sound familiar, I'll let you guess who it is after this.
And his name is John C.
Okay, we're back. So, Sergio, what did you think of the trailer for Ricky Stanicky?
Oh my god, that is awesome. I mean, there's raunchy humor, and it looks like I'm gonna be grossed out in a few parts, but overall, it looks like a great comedy movie. Oh man, and John Cena, I've seen the stuff he's been in. He's a good actor, so I'm actually kind of excited to see like what he does in this role.
Unpopular opinion, I think he is in the top 3 best athletes turned actors, right next to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and LeBron James.
I'm not sure if that's controversial.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like he's been in a lot of stuff. People obviously like him.
Yeah, he has charisma, no doubt about that. So, with this movie, the director, I brought up that it was Peter Farley. You might not know that name, Sergio, but you know his work.
It sounds familiar. I'm not sure from which ones though.
He directed a couple of your favorite movies, The Three Stooges, the adaptation of Three Stooges, segment from movie 43.
I have not seen that one.
Good. Don't. Dumb and Dumber 2.
I did not like that one.
Hall Pass.
Haven't seen that.
The Heartbreak Kid. Shallow Hal. They directed Osmosis Jones.
Okay.
Me, Myself, Irene, and There's Something About Mary. And Dumb and Dumber.
Oh. He does a lot of gross out humor.
Yeah, but the funniest thing about this is that he also directed Green Book.
What's that?
It was Best Picture of the 2018 Oscars.
Never heard of it.
It was about a working class Italian American bouncer who becomes the driver of an African American classical pianist on a tour of venues through the 1960s American South. And if that sounds weird, I'm reading the IMDb reading right now. You should probably watch it, Sergio. It's actually pretty good.
I might give it a try if I can find it.
All right. But yeah, so I actually like this trailer. It looks funny, but
It looks really funny. I'm really curious to see how it goes though. It feels like it's gonna lead like it's a classic kind of like light trope, like the trope reveal, like the light reveal trope. But it looks like it might actually work out at some point because I don't know. I just like to. I'm just optimistic about it. Hopefully, like there's some kind of happy ending. I know it might be a bit cheesy or like cliche, but I can't from this just this trailer. I really want to see everyone in this movie like do well.
Me too. I like almost all the act. I like actually all the actors in this. Everyone's cool. Even what's his name from Dave? The guy with
What? From what?
the guy from Dave.
Dave?
Like his manager.
Oh, oh, right. I thought he was familiar.
Yeah, he he's always funny. And also what was the other guy's name? Not Zac Efron. The other guy. I seen him before. Anyway, yeah, I'll find it somewhere later. But besides that, it looks fun. I'll give it a watch. It's coming out March 7th on Prime Video, so take a look, keep a lookout on that. This next one I know you're gonna love. It's a horror movie.
Oh, come on, keep it going.
All right, and it's called Immaculate. You ready for this?
Let's go.
All right, we'll be right back after this. And we're back. So what do you think of the trailer for Immaculate, Sergio?
Give me a second. Okay. I do I can't handle horror movies all that well, just so that everyone know.
So I'm so excited to watch this with you, man. I can't wait to watch this with you, man.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch it because I am interested to see how the story unfolds. Because it looks like are these new studios that are doing this? Because I haven't heard of them before.
Neon, you haven't heard of them?
Neon, I think I might have. Black Bear, I have not.
Black Bear, the only movie I've seen that they done was the Happy Time Murders, that puppet movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, they did that movie. And
I found it hilarious.
Neon did also a movie called Self Reliance, which just went on Hulu. It's a directorial debut from Jake Johnson. It's actually pretty good. I recommend that. And they did Parasite, which won Best Picture. I don't remember which year it was. I think it was 2020 from Bong Joon-ho. I might
Well,
butcher that name.
based off the very little stuff that they showed, well, actually they showed a lot, but it actually didn't give us anything because, like, from what we can tell, like, the story seems pretty straightforward, but there seems to be lots of twists and turns that gonna keep you guessing, and like, a lot of very, like, what's the word? Kind of like,
Imagery.
no, not the imagery. I'm talking about like the concept. And it seems to be like criticizing like the views of people of this religion. I'm not sure which religion it is because like there are quite a few religions that believe in this kind of in God. So it's I'm not sure specifically like which religion is going to be represented in this. I'm not sure if it's partisan, Catholic, Christian, Judaism. I'm not really sure.
I think it's Catholic.
Maybe. I'm not really sure because Christians and Catholics often get confused as the same because they are very similar. But I'm not sure if it's Catholic because there's nothing mentioned about other saints. I'm Catholic myself, and I know that we pray to the saints, whereas the other religions of like, that believe in God as well don't usually do. They say that we worship the saints, but no, we worship God. We just view the saints as someone as an example to become. Like to they're examples of people who have sworn their life to God, basically,
Okay.
or like have done the best to become as close to God as possible. Basically, like they've done great acts so great that they have seen like as prime examples to follow. There are plenty of saints that you would not know about, and they're really all like incredible people. But anyway, as I would say, this is a very interesting kind of movie because it's a movie, right?
Yeah, it's a movie.
All right, just wanted to clarify. It looks like it's gonna have like at first I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like a sort of psychological kind of thing, kind of like how they did with like with like Get Out or like Nope or like those movies,
Yeah.
or if it was gonna be like an actual supernatural kind of horror kind of thing. It looks like it's gonna be a mix of both, and it looks very interesting. I'm just not sure if I'll be able to handle watching it in the theater. I think my mom might like to watch it. I'm just not sure.
Well, yeah, because your mom likes Exorcist, right?
Uh, I don't know. Every recently, like every horror movie I put on, no matter what, she always like ends up like going on her phone or falling asleep.
Well, I think it's. Do you think it's a little odd that almost all, like there's a lot of horror movies that take place around religion?
Well, yeah, mostly because like there have been a lot of people who have had like really bad experiences with religion and see it in this kind of light.
Oh, I guess so. We
So
just
it makes sense. Also because like religion is a very easy place to pull off from supernatural kind of things, inspiration for like the horror kind of aspect of that. Because there's only so much you can do if you don't incorporate actual religion.
well, yeah, but
Because huh?
last year we had three though:
Like what?
Exorcist Believer, The Pope's Exorcist, and The Nun 2.
Well, yeah, because it's very easy to get inspiration for a horror movie from there.
Okay. One more thing I should acknowledge is Sydney Sweeney is slowly blowing up. I'm not really. I shouldn't say slowly, but getting more recognition. She plays the main actress in it, and she's also in the new Madam Web movie. She's in Anyone But You, that new rom-com with Glenn Powell, the same guy from Hitman, and she was in Euphoria. I guess that's where she got her popularity from.
Hmm. She seems really good.
She is. I liked her in Anyone But You. So I'm gonna watch this. Let me see what it's.
I'm really questioning based on this trailer whether or not there'll be some scenes that are where I'm gonna have to turn away because it looks like there's gonna be a lot of graphic and very like disturbing scenes in it. So I'm just wondering if I'm gonna be okay watching this.
You'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Trust me. I don't know why you should trust me, but trust me. Yeah, trust me. Wait, we missed one more trailer. And Monkey Man. You don't know about Monkey Man?
No. Is it also a horror one?
No. We'll be
Well, hurry
right.
up and play it.
Okay, we'll be right back after this.
The lights start blinking, the monkey jumped out the window and went crazy.
And we're back. So, Sergio, what do you think of Monkey Man?
It looks awesome.
I'm happy you liked it, man. I'm so excited for it too, man. I can't wait. We got, who's producing it?
Wasn't it Jordan Peele who's directing? Wait, who's producing?
Jordan Peele is producing. Dev
Producing as well
Patel.
as directing?
Huh?
He's producing as well as directing?
No, he's not directing this.
Oh, I thought it said it was that he was directing.
No, you're mistaken, dude. He just produced it under his company Monkey Paw Productions. And we got Dev Patel, who's also starring in it as Monkey Man himself. He's directing it. And
Wow.
if you don't, do you
To be
know?
honest, this gives me like real vibes of like The Beekeeper and John Wick.
Because of a revenge story.
What? No, because of the choreography and the action.
Oh yeah, I honestly didn't think about that. But also it was early in the morning when I saw this, so I was pretty tired. But seeing it again, man, this might be one of my most anticipated movies of the year.
Oh yeah, it's really good and it's really interesting. Like it's diving into this other culture in like India. I've taken a class on like films and movie and books from over there, and this stuff is actually not that far off from how things are in India.
Well, it's good they have authenticity in it. I'm happy for that.
Oh yeah.
And you know who Dev Patel? I'm just saying this because I know you might know this. Do you know who? Do you know where you might have seen Dev Patel before?
Hmm. He did look kind of familiar, but I'm not sure.
He was in Slumdog Millionaire, and
Slumdog Millionaire.
I guess you haven't seen Slumdog Millionaire. He also was in Lion. I guess you haven't seen Lion. He also was in a little indie movie. I don't think you heard of it. It was called The Last Airbender. He played a character called Prince Zuko.
Oh my gosh, this is him?
Yeah, it's him.
Wow.
Bring me all your elderly people. That's the only line I remember him saying in the movie.
He actually did pretty good. I'm surprised that he actually is this good. Yeah, like he's actually in a decent movie. Well, he's been in other good movies before, but Slumdog Millionaire? I think I might have heard of that one, but I haven't not seen it.
That's the best picture winner, dude.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And so yeah,
Wait,
Monkey.
hang on. His ethnicity is from India, right?
Yes.
It just came to mind that
No,
they
wait,
got.
no. Shut up, Sergio. I'm sorry. No, he's from London.
I'm talking about his ethnicity, not where he was born.
Yes, Indian descent.
Yeah, that just brought to mind like they got someone who's Indian to play Zuko, who in like the Avatar universe is more closely to um people from Japan or from people from Japan.
Yeah, that was a big problem with the movie.
Uh,
That's not the only problem with that movie though, Sergio.
no, I know. I just I never knew his ethnicity. Also, it seems like the lore that they have with like the monkey man, the protector, it seems very similar to the Chinese like legend of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King.
I won't be surprised if they base it off of that.
Yeah, but I'm not too familiar with the mythology in India, so it might be something else. But it seems like a very interesting like a movie that looks awesome. I would look forward to seeing this.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
What?
This was originally meant to go to straight to streaming on Netflix, but the reception for it was so strong at test screenings, it prompted Universal Studios to give it a wide theatrical release.
Oh, just like Deadpool.
I don't think that's with Deadpool. It was
It was
Ryan
a
like
teaser that went out that leaked onto the internet, and everyone liked it so much that they basically had to greenlight it.
oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I thought about it differently, but saying out loud, yeah, basically that. You're right. So yeah, Monkey Man coming out April 5th, 2024. And now we can say goodbye to our audience.
All right, I'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone. Have a cinematic day. Hey, everyone. Thanks for listening. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok at Brick Wall Cinema. Have a cinematic day.